The Vivid Festival of Lights is back for 2015 and bigger than ever as fire and light dances across Darling Harbour at the Laser Fountain Water Theatre. After the show, I asked two people what they thought.
Pretty awesome.
So have you been around to the other places?
No, this was our first time.
Are you going to, or
Yeah.
tonight, or
We'll wander. See where it goes.
Alright, awesome. It's really pretty over there as well. Near Circular Quay, and also so you guys live around here? Live locally?
Yeah.
Have you been to any Vivids before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year's?
2 years ago,
2 years
probably.
ago? Yep.
Yeah. When it
What-
first opened, I remember going to it a lot.
So what do you like about Vivid, and what do you think is the purpose?
All of the people that come out for it. Atmosphere. So good. Yeah. And we should be utilising the city more.
Yeah.
Like,
Awesome.
we're really lucky to have it.
Many of the other landmarks around Sydney were also lit up as part of the festivities, such as Luna Park, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, Sydney Opera House, and the Australian Museum on Contemporary Art.
I'm having some very deep thoughts. You wouldn't want to have
Harbour, I stopped by to talk with someone who had experience with previous Vivid light shows.
So you've been around everywhere in
Yes.
in all the sites. So what do you think of it?
Oh, we love it. We just think it's such a wonderful idea to get people out and about in wintertime, which after all is very mild by most standards. And I think it's a lovely idea to see the harbour and to see it in a different light, literally.
Yeah, so what do you think of the displays?
I'm very, very impressed. We've seen it a couple of times. We've lived overseas for many years, but this is our home. The last time we saw it, I think, was 3 years ago. ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was lovely, but this is even better. We've been very impressed because this time you can see it from so many different angles. They have the whole foreshore lit up. The walkway now goes all the way around, so you can walk practically the whole foreshore. And for a harbour city like Sydney, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, would you recommend it to people and
I would
come
absolutely
again?
recommend it, but I would recommend it doing it the way that Sydney siders do it, not taking a touristy trip on a boat, you know, for example, a dinner cruise, but simply doing it with the public transport. I'm a senior, and it's only cost me $2.50 to get everywhere today, from Coogee to go on every ferry that I like, and then back home by bus. So the public transport's been wonderful. The way that the organisation of the places is done is absolutely first rate this year. So I'm very, very happy with it.
So, what did you think of the display specifically?
Oh, I love this year we've got the Harbour Bridge lit up for the first time. And at first we came last week to have a look, and they had a few technical problems with the LED lights on the Harbour Bridge, but that's all been solved, and it's like a disco bridge. So that's one of the loveliest things. But of course, to see our iconic opera house lit up, and it's a very organic kind of design this time. I think the other years it's been very CGI, very computer generated. This time it's got a lovely feel to it about growth. It has a very uplifting feel to it, that you feel happy and you feel that you're celebrating the city. I was talking to a woman who was watching the fabulous fountain and light display at Darling Harbour, and she kept saying, "But what's it for? What's it for?" And I just said, "Well, it's just a celebration of being on a harbour and
Around Silver some of the more popular icons like Infinity, which explored the relationships between neurons and brains. Whose form represented the native Australian mangrove tree, but seemed very much like a fantasy forest. That was just but a few glimpses into my experience with Vivid 2015. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll visit soon.